Kremlin. Ukraine's NATO ambitions remain threat to Russia.
Here's a summary of the article.
Banners displaying the NATO logo are placed at the entrance of new NATO headquarters during the move to the new building, in Brussels, Belgium, April 19, 2018. Register now for free unlimited access to Reuters.com. Moscow, September 14. The Kremlin said on Wednesday that Ukraine's ongoing ambitions to join the Western NATO military alliance presented a threat to Russia's security and highlighted the necessity for Russia to conduct what it calls a special military operation in Ukraine. In a conference call with reporters, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the idea of Ukraine joining NATO was the main threat to Russia, which emphasizes the relevance and urgent need to ensure our security and our national interests. Before Russia sent tens of thousands of troops into Ukraine in February, Moscow was demanding legal guarantees that Ukraine never be admitted to the military alliance.
This post received a score of 6,200, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Putin remains to be the biggest threat to Russia. Seems like in Russia Putin is rapidly becoming the biggest threat to Putin.
In Russia, Putin Russia's Russia. Russian Russians Russian Russians Russia Russia Russian Russians.
We attacked them to make sure they wouldn't ask anyone for help in the event that we attacked them. 2 points. 1. After the fall of the USSR, Russia promised to respect Ukraine's independence and existing borders if Ukraine gave up its nukes. 2. Ukraine offered to not seek NATO membership if Russia would stop its invasion. They were turned down because Putin wanted the land and its resources. I don't see any way Russia can be trusted on any issue regarding Ukraine, ever.
Also, Putin's pre-war demands weren't limited to Ukraine not joining NATO. There were 8 points, including some ridiculous demands of NATO to move its troops to its 1997 borders. Source: earlier, Russia not only promised to respect Ukraine's borders, but signed the Budapest Memorandum recognizing them, and refraining from using force or threats of force. Source:
not move its troops. NATO has very little cross-border deployment anyway since 2001. Besides a couple US bases in Germany and Italy, the minuscule tripwire forces in Norway and the Baltics, and the NATO Quick Reaction Force formed after Crimea. The demand was for NATO to kick out every member that joined after 1997, which was not happening.
For reference, 14 of the 30 NATO members joined after 97. Albania, 2009. Bulgaria, 2004, Croatia, 2009, Czech Republic, 1999, Estonia, 2004, Hungary, 1999, Latvia, 2004, Lithuania, 2004, Montenegro, 2017, North Macedonia, 2020, Poland, 1999, Romania, 2004, Slovakia, 2004, Slovenia, 2004.
Too late now. Ukraine will likely be rebuilt by Western companies and finances. NATO membership will be required to protect that investment.
It's honestly a trip to see how NATO went from, like, a questionably regarded relic of the Cold War where pundits and politicians were asking, is NATO still necessary? Do we really want to die over Estonia, to where it is today, in just 6 months? Russia has probably made itself far, far more vulnerable to NATO than ever before, on top of revealing and exacerbating the weaknesses of its military and political establishment before the eyes of the world.
He exposed his country's military as a paper tiger and thrown tens of thousands of his own people into a proverbial meat grinder to appease his ego. This country, under Putin, has been a menace to the world. From their interference in geopolitics, poisonings in foreign countries, doping scandals, Magnitsky, allowing oligarchs to run AMUCK, brutalization of its neighbors, gaslighting, and general lawlessness. They run the spectrum of nefarious scams and illegal operations and have become synonymous with criminality.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.